early. Sometimes it's good to be early. But our show starts at a specific time. You should remember that. Let's get started then, shall we?
Dillon, I don't give a what you think about a co-host and freshen up my show.
It might not be flashy, but sometimes you just got to toss another person to make a statement.
My show's about the people's podcast. Everyone has a voice. I don't need a co-host. Go listen to one of the other 5,000 shows with a co-host because they don't have a mouth like the big guy.
Opie, are you a career killer with Tim Sabian, yourself, and many others?
Be myself. Never had real issues with those people. They just understood that I was a different bird. The rest of them, though, I'm like, oh, shut up. I'm paying your salary because the ratings are so good, so shut up.
Right.
Live from
Somewhere.
it's
Dillon.
Good whatever to you. Whenever you are watching this episode of Cohost Auditions, I am your co-host, Dillon. This is my self-taped audition to be the second mic to someone already established, someone already monetized. I'm monetized, but only a few people over here in my memberships and with the super chats, so I could use a little help from someone like Hayley, who has a bunch of followers, and she is telling us why Gen Z is ruining romance. That shouldn't have been too much of a tongue twister, but there it was. First stumble over myself. That is how I can make you look good, Hayley, with this unsolicited audition to be your second mic. So let's see what you have going on, what your major gripes are with Gen Z and their shits of the romance.
Here's the thing. There is a loneliness epidemic within Gen Z because of our phones. I am not trying to refute that. However, I think that we
enjoy the virtual conversations rather than the real conversations. That is something of a millennial thing as well. Sorry for setting you up for failure that way of learning how to communicate on a screen before face-to-face. Our bad.
as a collective need to start realizing that phones are not the only problem. And why do I say this? Because of our obsession with making every single little thing imaginable into an ick.
So an ick, thank you for teaching me this vernacular. I am learning all types of things like skibbity and riz and all of those. So a list of absolutely no's. So these ladies, this does appear to be three all here on the same screen, telling us about icks, things that are a absolute hard pass. And I actually ran into someone, the taxidermist I mentioned, having a crush on that passed me by, and she was a big girl when I first saw her. Ran into her recently. She is a huge girl. So put that on my icks of gaining too much weight. But a certain amount of thickness is definitely appreciated on this end. Group fitness instructor. So a one-on-one fitness instructor, this person is okay with the private lessons, but that opens the door more for a little game of frickle-frackle if they're doing that private type of fitness instructing. Let's go over here to the one in black. Don't walk up steps. What? Their ick is someone who doesn't walk up steps. So they have a problem with people in a wheelchair. Just say, you must be ambulatory with your feet. You're making me unravel a riddle there by you don't like someone who don't walk up step. Don't go skiing. Don't be nice. Don't indicate. Don't run in water. All right. Now I'm actually confused. These are your icks. You don't like people who don't run in water, or you like people who do run in water? There's a little bit of a double negative here going on, which I'm kind of missing. Don't sleep on an airplane. Don't act childish in front of your
Making
kid.
every single little thing imaginable into an ick.
Don't have a little willy. That is body shaming, as we know. Then again, my one and only ick that I just mentioned was also body shaming. So, touche.
With some people having their ick lists include over 300 things they find to be cringe in other people. Like, I know this is going to...
I actually have an opposite list of things I'm especially attracted to in someone. It's not a physical list like these icks are. It's just a mental list. Some of you have heard some of the things that have do belong on that list, such as ladies who are 100% switches, Jewish Latina, take my money, take my soul, you succubus, you.
Sound harsh, but it's no wonder you're lonely. It's no wonder you don't socialize. It's no wonder you don't have a life, because you're spending...
Now it feels like she's talking to me directly. I know I have set myself up for a life of solitude and failure. Well, I'm coming to reason with that. I'm coming to grips with my bad decisions for years on end.
Time making ick lists rather than going outside. Now, at the beginning of people sharing their icks,
An apology to those folks who were looking forward to the bonus episode the other afternoon, and I did indeed go outside. It is the nicest time of year here in somewhere, so I have not been good about that bonus episode getting out there while I actually touch the grass.
online, it used to just be things like when somebody chews with their mouth open, especially when we're having dinner with my parents, it's kind of a turn off for me because that's perfectly reasonable.
Sometimes I do the double up. I'll chew with my mouth closed and I'll have my hand in front to just double up, make sure I'm not being a gross fucker.
I also don't like when people eat like they were raised in a barnyard. But now it's evolved to a stage where it's gone to a point where we just loathe each other. Simply put, we just loathe each other so much that it's now legitimately an ick to see somebody walking out of Starbucks with a drink.
There is nothing more icky.
Okay, so we can't get together with its mango mommy here. Gee whiz.
Than watching a guy walk out of Starbucks with a Frappuccino in his hand, like sipping on his green straw. Oh my gosh. Order a black Americano like a man.
So there was only one coffee drink that is okay with this lady. A black Americano is okay. What about a black cold brew? That is something that I would order. Although they do have yummy seasonal options that do get me. There was a pistachio cold brew that I was like, yep.
Why are you
that.
talking like that? There's nothing more icky. Oh my god! Girl, that's the thing that's more icky. Congratulations, you found it. My dad absolutely loves...
That is part of the Australian accent, Mr. Blue Sky. Thanks for pointing that out, Spurg Snake. That nar and yelling is just part of being Australian. Oh, what a screenshot. I did have to sift through a bit. When I choose ladies for my first mic on these, I try not to get too much of an unflattering picture because I know that messes with the lady brain more than the male brain. But she does have a lot of odd faces that she makes in here. I had to sift for a while to find one for the thumbnail.
Loves drinking the most bitter coffee imaginable in the morning, but if someone offers him a chalky thick shake from McDonald's, is he gonna say no to that? No, you can like both things at the same time. I would dead
Sounds like she's into bisexuals.
ass rather
Some ladies are really into that. Some ladies, that makes them vomit with their
take
man.
a bite of that nasty patty from SpongeBob than to have to drink that juice straight from the bin right after it's rained. Because that's exactly what Americano is. In tonight's top story, people actually want to enjoy the drinks they consume. Like, wow, that's something, isn't it? The next ick on our checklist is...
So they're coming from opposite ends. Of men must only drink bland types of coffee. Two men should drink delicious coffee. Everyone should. 1 point for Haylo Hayley. Oh, 404,000 subscribers. That's funny because when you have 404, it looks like it's an error. And this is quite a popular video for her, approaching 1 million viewers in 7 months.
A woman who thinks it's cringe when a man wants to celebrate his birthday.
What is the biggest ick for a guy?
When he has a birthday.
When he has a birthday.
Yes, if he celebrates his birthday.
Oh, but I'm guessing
She is not interested in Corey Feldman, who still celebrates his birthday in his 50s. As you all might know, I just let it go under the radar. The Big Tens maybe do something, but 38, yeah, didn't celebrate.
you still celebrate your birthday, don't you? So why can't he? It's been a human tradition for thousands of years. They were getting down in ancient Egypt. Plus, since when has it ever been a bad thing to have an excuse to celebrate something? I don't know, to be in a relationship with someone who's like, yay, it's my birthday. Okay, what?
She is projecting a little bit. We don't know if this, maybe her father and mother were killed on a birthday, so now she doesn't like anyone acknowledging birthdays. She has the Gremlins 1 story of her dad coming to give her birthday presents and through a mishap dies and finding his rotting corpse weeks later. So her birthday reminds her of her dead dad that they eventually found his body of, with presents for her all around him, and now she does not celebrate birthdays. That's my theory of why she is so against birthdays.
Did you get me? Tell me all about the plans for today. What? What? But you didn't do anything for my birthday. That's because you're a man. We can celebrate my birthday for sure. We just can't celebrate yours because that's cringe and you need to grow up. It's really not appealing, like at all. Then there's this one account on TikTok who goes around his college campus asking students what their biggest icks are. And I swear to God, okay, these people can.
How big was that account? He has got 146,000 followers. That does sound like something that the kids would be into. The kids are into icks, as we are learning from Haylo Hayley.
Not be real. They were created in a lab or something. Because why are you gonna stand there with a straight face and tell me that your biggest ick in a guy is when he uses his indicator when he's driving in a car?
What's your biggest ick?
That's just the sign of an asshole. I want a man who is going to cut people off. I do not want any warning. Ooh, sounds like someone who likes to know third input warning as well. That's what I'm extrapolating out of this lady. What a dick you are for indicating where you're going to go.
When a guy is putting their blinker on, I just feel like that's such a feminine thing to do, like...
Girl, I know you know this, okay? He would have failed his driving test immediately if he were to try and make a turn without using his indicator. Because do you know how many accidents that's gonna cause? Nobody knows where you're going, so nobody knows when to stop. It's not a feminine thing to do. It's just preventing a fatal collision. Also, if you're a...
Safety is gay. You heard her. So going down that line of thinking, all safety is gay. Condoms are gay.
Don't even think about expressing any sort of physical pain.
What's your biggest ick?
Whenever a boy gets hurt and instead of playing it cool, he's like, ow, like that really hurt, and like actually acting hurt.
All right, what's the problem with that?
I don't know, it's just cringe, like man up.
Hey, call an ambulance. Dude, are you serious? Like, what are you doing? I just got shot in my liver.
Australia, we landed on. Sam Bibley. Haylo Hayley is an Australian. Can't wait to hear her say no.
See, I'm not gonna do that. You're a man, so act like it. Please, I don't know how much.
That's also indicating, Sam Bibley. I think that would also count as an ick, because you're still indicating that you're going to move over, even without the flashy bulb, yelling it out. Just take it. That's why I have to theorize that she likes all the holes.
Time I have left. Anyways, I'm just gonna go to my doctor's appointment because I have a pretty dull pain in my right knee. It's been there for a couple hours. You better not still be there on my floor bleeding out on my carpet when I get back. So just make sure you clean that up. Like, that would seriously be so corny if you were still there. Like,
I'm not a big fan of this sketch. I do appreciate that you tried, though.
what? Guys, I unlocked a new ick today when I went shopping with my boyfriend, and it's just him walking around with a basket. That's it.
What about at the airport? With you have the wheels on the suitcase. Is that also an ick? Because I guess I kind of get this one. Pick it up. It's just your groceries in a basket. If they are of carrying weight to a proper man. If they weren't, you'd get a cart, and then you can push it. But a suitcase, that's just a lot of stuff.
Let me say two things.
Not to be carrying around. Not be rolling around.
Number one, of course you had to turn off the comments for this video. Because what exactly is icky about using a cart with wheels? You are just incredibly immature. You're finding things to hate about your boyfriend. But also, there are literally other people in the background using that exact same basket. Which means
She must be feeling like that end of Seinfeld episode where everyone was eating chocolate bars with forks and knives and M&Ms with spoons. Ick. That was an ick for the entire Seinfeld gang that went along that whole episode of more and more people eating candy bars with silverware.
that's probably what was just first provided to you at the entrance of the store. And that's why he's using it. But also, everyone, it's now also an ick to help your partner around the house with doing chores such as folding the laundry. Do you?
Okay, I think I found the lady that I am looking for. The lady who says absolutely positively do not help around the house. Check. I can totally do that.
You know how many women...
No. Do you know? That was the other type of no I was looking for, but you pronounced it just as I was hoping for. That we know.
Chores such as folding the laundry. Do you know how many women out there in the...
One more time with the do you know? And what are you saying down here in the letters? You ask a man to help clean the bathroom, and they say, "But I cleaned it last month." Like, yeah, welcome to life, bro. That month does go by quickly.
Folding the laundry. Do you know how many women out there in the world would absolutely kill to be in a relationship with a man who folds clothes happily without having to be asked multiple times? How is it an ick to fold laundry? What, because it's feminine? Because it's a women's job?
I don't know what it is with that final step of doing laundry. It is way more difficult than it seems to be. That last step of taking it out of the dryer and then putting it away.
God, Lord, if you can hear me, you have got to do something about these women who are stuck in the shackles of these 1950s stereotypes. You want to know something? My dad folds clothes and towels all the
Old is new again. The 50s housewife is coming back.
time. And does my mum think that's an ick? Absolutely not. Do y'all just want a relationship like SpongeBob and Patrick had in that one episode where Patrick does nothing but eat donuts all day while SpongeBob is busting his ass off at home? My God, why do y'all want that miserable?
Several SpongeBob references so far. So if you speak SpongeBob, you can speak her language. I speak the first couple seasons of SpongeBob, then I fell off. I didn't get as many hallucinogens after that. And oh boy, was SpongeBob and The Simpsons a good combo when you are taking a trip as such.
Last life.
A Muslim like you.
Wallahi al-azim, you are gay.
Don't say this to me.
Wallahi, you are gay. Wallahi, you are gay.
Jesus Christ, people. Here's the thing. My parents are already gone and out of the house for work before my brother leaves for school. And I can't drive him just yet because I'm still a P-plater, which means I can't drive without a supervisor in the passenger seat. So...
A P-plate. There is a golden shower joke to be made there. So apparently the P-plate is what they start off with them Aussies and move them up to the L-plate.
What other option does my brother have to get to school? What? Do you want to pay for his Uber there and back every time? by all means, go ahead. Oh, and also, are you also not sitting at a goddamn bus stop yourself? Pot, meat, kettle. You're both.
I think we have established here that anything that Gen Zers see as feminine is an ick. So me going to yoga class, that is an ick. I actually have heard that in different language from different generations of, I don't like it when guys do yoga. Well, I prefer to stretch rather than lifting weights. For me, Sam Bibley, hallucinogens are interchangeable. I find that that is not the case for many people, but any way you get on that trip, it works for me. Most people say go natural with mushrooms, but I go chemicals as well, and they make no difference to me, whereas a lot of people, they do.
At the bus stop! That's like if a homeless man called another homeless man broke. Like, don't even think about getting literal sepsis either, y'all. Because if you need to use a walker to help you move around for a while after recovering from a potentially fatal illness, so he's lucky to be alive, that's cringe. And now your wife has the ick for you despite the fact that you could have died. The first thing you want to do to your husband.
I wonder if she berates ladies like this in real life. We might have a television show here if you go out with this passion and actually berate your guests.
In the hospital.
You could be like a relationship therapist for the younger generation.
Is make fun of him. I'm going to tell you something right now. In 2022, if somebody told me that they got the ick from watching me walk around the hallways of the children's hospital after I just had my brain tumor taken out of my goddamn head, I would have started beating the daylights out of them. I also think it's really weird to look at your partner just wanting to protect themselves from the sun like we're literally supposed to, and then just sitting there and saying you think it's
So just absolutely anything to do with protecting yourself as well. Anything that has to do with protecting yourself, recovering, absolute ick. I want a man to be a man. He shouldn't ever say, ouch, even when I stab him. What a little wussy he is. Oh yes, if you do too many gummies on purpose, you will send yourself on a little mini trip. So that is a fun little legal way in some states to go on a little mini trip. Yeah, Sam Bibley. The yelling has started to get to me. We're about halfway through this video, and the yelling has gotten to be a bit much so far. Which is where I could come in as a second mic, so we can give a little bit of a break in between those very loud vocals that she has and the middling vocals that I have.
It's cringe that your boyfriend doesn't want to risk his life by getting skin cancer and dying. And if you guys thought the girl who said it was an ick for guys to celebrate their birthdays was bad, then here's her more evil stepsister. I cannot take any guy with a girly birthday seriously. What do you mean?
A girly birthday. It'll only be Tuesday once every 7 years. It won't be girly next year. It'll be a nice manly Wednesday next year. So don't berate me for the girly Tuesday birthday when that's going to change every single year.
You were born on February 6th, May 21st. It's giving me the ick. And what exactly do you want them to do?
I guess she wants all of her men to be born on April 20th. Is that the type of man that she's into? An April 20th man with a very small mustache? I think that's what she's getting at.
What about that? They can't just shove themselves back into their mother's wombs and say, hey, Ma, this girl thinks I have a girly birthday. I need to get back here and you need to rebirth me to give me a manly birthday such as... What even is a manly birthday? Guys, help me out here. What? October 23rd, I guess. Like, do you think that's a manly birthday? Or did...
I'm going to count this as a sketch. She likes doing sketches. For me, they've both been a miss, but I do appreciate the swing. She's taken some swings to make this video essay a little bit of a variety show, having these sketches, which 2 strikes so far for me with these swings and misses.
Maybe December 7th? I don't know. I'm sorry, but if somebody's birthday, something that they can't control, turns you off from dating them, you don't ever deserve to be in a relationship, period. But come back here, man. Because if you think that you guys are getting away with this, sit your ass back down, because you know, you guys are just as bad. Which is why nobody in this generation can hold.
All right, halfway point of the video, now going over to the guys' icks. I just told you my ick was going from big to huge. I indeed found how big is too big with that lady I was attracted to, and then saw, oh boy, yeah, too big. Taxidermy
Hold a
lady.
relationship for longer than 2 months because you're all unbearable pricks. Icks I've gone from women. Number 1, wore a homecoming ass dress to our first date. She thought she ate that. That was embarrassing. Oh, wow, God forbid.
She dressed up nice for the first date. And wear a collared shirt for the first date. Get into the t-shirts several dates in. Lazy wear after looking nice for a couple of dates in a row.
A woman wants to put effort into her appearance to look nice for you. Are you kidding me?
Hey, no, stop. Just calm down. Don't do it.
Because I can assure you right now, had she shown up in jeans and a hoodie, you would have been mad. So what the hell do you want? Do you want effort or do you not want effort? But apparently...
Maybe he would be into that. You are jumping to conclusions of these people being hypocrites, Hayley. Maybe this person is really into grunge and really hated it when that movement went out. So showing up in a hoodie or some flannel and some jeans is what this person is looking for. Didn't really look like the type who was into grunge, but who knows?
She did look good, but he just didn't like her style of looking good.
Okay. Whatever that means.
Girls, just stop trying. Stop putting in so much effort. They clearly don't want us to. Then there was a video of this dude who said, by the way, boys get the ick when girls do these things. And you want to know what some immature ass man said in the comments? When she has to use the bathroom. What do you...
That is kink shaming, sir. When she has to use the bathroom is some guy's absolute favorite part. Like we go to the one Howard Stern listener, Jeff the Vomit Guy. When men would vomit on him, no, I do not accept that. It is a romantic gesture when you give me your vomit, according to Jeff. Just like when some guys get the golden shower, that they really enjoy that. So, ick to some, thumbs up from others.
What you want us to do, dumbass? We have the exact same intestinal system that you do, the exact same organ system that you do, and the exact same digestive system as you do. It's just natural bodily functions that none of us have no other choice but to do. Unless you want to end up like Elvis Presley, who literally died because he had 4 months of waste he couldn't get out sitting inside of him.
What do women do that give you the ick?
I don't like it when they go to the bathroom in front of me. That's so gross. I hate that.
Yeah, just doing natural bodily functions is so...
Stay away from e-fucked, sir. You will not like that. And if you're in a relationship, really, I don't find number 1 to be a problem in front of each other. But number 2 in front of each other, that's a whole different bag of worms. That, skedaddle. Get on out of here.
Horrible.
Keep that away. Yeah, keep that away from me.
Why are you allowed to use the bathroom, but your girlfriend isn't? You're gonna be alone for the rest of your goddamn life if you think this way.
We're both gonna be giving our biggest...
Wondering if that last man was Shuli. Looks a little tubbier than Shuli. Either he's gained some weight, or this is Shuli's fatter cousin, who is not into the pee play at all.
For the rest of your goddamn life if you think this way.
We're both going to be giving our biggest icks and females. Third and final one is when they are too good at driving. Girls aren't supposed to be the best driver in the relationship. They need to be a little bit worse than me. Yeah, I think it's an ick if they are a good driver.
You're turned off of a
Could you please shoot the video before you inhale the helium balloon? That's an ick for me that I just discovered.
girl if she's a skilled driver because of your tiny little fragile ego. I just find it crazy how this is not even about her. This is
These extra little subtitles she's adding, kind of, it just seems there's a certain mental instability to them. You could convince me that you're not getting too overly worked up if it weren't for these subtitles that are just adding a certain layer of I am legit bothered by this from you. This is literal projection, LMFAO. So really, he's giving himself the ick if you really think about it.
not her problem.
Unnecessary.
This is not something that she's doing. This is about your pathetic masculinity that's clearly hanging on by a thread if you're threatened by a girl who can drive. L plus skill issue plus that's your problem, buddy, plus you're trash, plus get better.
Sam Bass believes you are a trans woman, Hayley. According to him, girls don't poop. She just went through a little bit of a biology lesson. So Mark Bass here is saying that biology lesson is shenanigans, and you may be a trans lady, according to him.
Girl X, when they post a photo of their dad on like Father's Day or their dad's birthday, and their dad doesn't even have Instagram.
Yeah, dude, that's the biggest ick for me ever.
Yeah, yes, that's what I'm missing out on there, Sam Bibley. The way that she's using all caps, red underlining, is showing that mental instability that is coming a little too far on my ick scale of craziness. I do have quite an allowance for an amount of craziness that others don't have, being a crazy person myself. Looking for craziness in my ladies as well, but the way she uses that type, red, capitalization, italic, underline, little ick. You're getting a little ick there.
Buddy, plus you're trash, plus get better.
Girl X, when they post a photo of their dad on like Father's Day or their dad's birthday, and their dad doesn't even have Instagram.
Yeah, dude, that's the biggest ick for me ever. Yeah, I always say it. Even your mum for like Mother's Day and shit, like he's not going to see this.
Those two things are your biggest
It's
ick.
back. Our ick with Hayley is back. A girl posting her dad on his birthday. A girl showing her appreciation for her dad on Father's Day. Really?
Seriously! Since when was it cringe to let the world know that you love your parents? I am somebody
Starting in middle school.
who posts my father on days like Father's Day or his birthday. And I
That was a little bit less psychotic, that type that she had there.
somebody who posts my
And how can I not? He's the absolute coolest. Hearts. Will he see this? Probably not, but I still want to tell the world how much I love him.
father on days like Father's Day or his birthday. And I know he isn't going to see it because he hates all this social media stuff. But am I still going to do it regardless? Yes, I am. Why? Because it's just a nice thing to do.
Oh, it's back. The red underlined italics are back, not capitalized this time. And when has being kind toward your parents ever been a negative thing?
Like, why are you posting it?
Thought I had something there. I'm gonna
like. There's no benefit
I'm just gonna cut myself off before I force Duke Phillips to ask where the joke was.
for him at all.
Appreciation post. I don't know your dad. I don't give a about your dad.
Yeah, literally.
He's not going to see this and say thank you.
You guys glaze your favorite sports teams on your Instagram stories when you repost their wins. Are you gonna do that despite the fact that those people on those
She kind of matched up with her subtitles here, but then diverged with what she's verbally saying and what she's typing out. Are you going to stop doing that? Delete those stories after you post them?
teams are never gonna see it? No, you're not. Exactly. But it's
No, you're not.
just celebrating and showing appreciation towards the things or the people that you love. And what is wrong with that?
Yeah, I know. No, for sure. It's good when the mum's like,
So you've actually got another ick. You've got your sunglasses perched on top of your head indoors. Ick. Take them off.
Love. And what is wrong with that?
yeah, I know. No, for sure. It's good when the mum's like hot, but
Yeah, true. We'd be like, oh, that's what she's gonna look like. So might.
Can't always trust that. Poor Christy Brinkley, Billy Joel's daughter. That poor lady, looking just like her dad.
Keep following her.
God, I'd be so genuinely shocked for words if both of these.
Actually, I'd like a little break from your yelling. Let's take a look at these photos. You've got Halloween, and you've got a mirrored effect on your camera here. So this thing, I'm having trouble reading this square, something squares. A few of those squares, of those whatever. Moving on. I didn't think that would confuse me so much. Your mirrored view. That's why I stopped my mirrored view. You might get confused and not realize I'm wearing a Death by Snoo Snoo shirt. Britney Spears. Oh wow! I should have known that. I'm an imbecile. Thank you, Sam Bibley. That is definitely Britney Spears. I should have recognized that album color. 2, 3, several Britney Spears in a row. Boy, my mirrored recognition is very bad.
These guys had girlfriends because they don't deserve them. Oh yeah, it's like super cringe when a girl loves her dad. But have you seen her mom? She's really hot. So she's lucky I'm not gonna unfollow her in case she turns out hot like when she's her mom's age. Like, this whole video was just, ugh, all around.
What gives you the ick in a girl? She's a feminist. Okay. So what about, a girl, if she's a strong, believer in, women rights, women power.
Nice 1991 haircut, man. You've got just the slight mullet going on there, but I have noticed that there are a lot of mustaches in crowd shots of WCW in 1991. You need to complete that kind of sort of mullet with a mustache, and you have got something going there.
You just can't be doing that.
Yep, straight up.
I don't get
if
it.
she's a feminist, like if she's pretty hard on her rights.
Boy, lower your voice when you talk to me, okay? I have a deeper voice than you do. And that's why you're sitting around doing 3-hour podcasts nobody cares about instead of being at home and hanging with your girlfriend. Because there is no girlfriend at the picture.
I stopped paying attention there for a second. Starting to just let these subtitles become white noise to me, but I can't let these go by. Go on. Tell your mom or your sister that you think it's cringe when a woman wants equal rights. See how they react. I dare you.
Instead of being at home and hanging with your girlfriend. Because there is no girlfriend at the picture. Why would anybody want a man like that?
All right, here are the most underrated, sneaky red flags in girls. I feel bad even saying these, but you got to watch out for them. Number one, if she had a pet...
And now I'm like third generation React on this one. A lot of video essays are... riding the border of React content. So I prefer not to do that, of reacting to a reaction, but sometimes I'm gonna do it.
Pass away and she got a new pet within 6 months, red flag, bro. Number two, if she knows what the words e-commerce or dropshipping means and she actually understands it, run, bro.
Everyone knows what f***ing dropshipping is.
It's not some difficult to understand concept, my guy. You're not special.
That's how online shopping works everywhere you go nowadays.
Number three, and this one's weird, if she's like too based.
Excuse me, I was just a second too late on that cough button, or sneeze button in this case.
Like if she's
already... Oh my goodness, this is getting absolutely psychotic. It's not even a joke anymore. You have unlocked my ick with this way that you're using subtitles. Too based because she's anti-seed oils and you can function like a basic human being and yet she's still red flag? Proof that despite loving you, they don't actually like you. Lol.
Already anti-seed oil and she likes cooking and she likes cleaning. It sounds great, but I swear it's a red flag. Where'd she learn that?
Where'd she learn how to cook and clean? From her parents.
Number 4, if she's a good driver, red flag. Why do you know
If she knows how to cook and clean, she's cooked and cleaned for guys before. She's had girlfriend training. You don't want that.
how to drive?
What is it with men and women knowing how to drive? What is y'all's problem? Are you...
I guess it goes back to the Merry Melodies cartoons when they really hammered it into our head that women are bad drivers. So you get away from what Tex Avery and all those visionaries taught us. It's just absolutely scary for some men to have a good driver that's a lady.
that insecure about yourselves?
Number 5 is another weird one. If she understands why you don't want her at the club, red flag. If she doesn't get it, she's just like so innocent, like, oh, I just go to the club to dance, green flag.
There is no...
She has to be okay with me looking for some strange? That is an odd ick to have. Like, she must accept that there is some side pussy. And he doesn't want a ethically non-monogamous relationship. This is a don't ask, don't tell type of relationship. So is it okay for her to get some strange dick? What's good for the pekka is good for the pussy.
Oh my god. Why do you think your girl would understand why you wouldn't want her at a club? Because when you go to a club, there are dudes all...
Grr. As Mr. Blue Sky pointed out, it's not exactly like an R, but my impression is going to be with an R. These no, grr.
around trying to get with you. They want your number. They want to kiss you. They want to grab you. They want to touch you. We all know this as women. We have to know this because we have to look for it. We have to keep ourselves safe from it. So we have to be aware of it.
Your mic sounds better there. What did you do different there for that quick little section? Are you going to go back to the original sound or the better sound?
But you're saying it's a red flag if she's like, oh, babe.
Maybe it's just because she wasn't yelling. I like you when you're not yelling. My ick is yelling all the time. You're unlocking all sorts of newfound icks for me. Thank you. In this anti-ick video, you are getting me aware of my icks. So this subtitle isn't so deranged with the typeface. Girlies, is it cringe to be understanding towards your boyfriends and respect their wishes?
I understand why you don't want me to go to a club because, yeah, guys there are pretty weird. How? Oh, but if she's all innocent, that's a green flag. You're fucking weird.
Number 9 is if you guys have the same taste in music right away, red flag. You should mold her taste in music. She shouldn't come with like...
Yeah, exactly. I'm actually agreeing with your emoji face here, Haylo Hayley. You want to force your musical tastes on her? You don't want to naturally be into the same things?
Like the batteries installed like that, it's less fun.
If you meet somebody who has the same taste in...
Actually, I've seen this, of people really getting off on introducing people to this music they didn't know before. Like, that is popping off in his brain, all of these endorphins and pheromones. Pheromones? No. Pheromones is what you excrete, especially when you stop showering, as we saw with Fluff Dumpster. So do not take away the joy of me introducing you to my favorite songs by knowing my favorite songs.
Music is you. That is the best thing ever! Because, boom, you already have something in common.
I think she was saying the same thing in the subtitles I was, but
that is the best!
Psychotic. How is it a red flag to meet someone with the same taste in music as you?
Thing ever! Because, boom, you already have something in common. You already have something that you guys can talk hours about.
Number 10, last one, and probably most important. If she talks to random strangers when you guys are out, red flag. She shouldn't even be saying thank you if somebody else opens the door for her. Like, she just needs to be mute.
You need to mold her taste in music. She shouldn't come with batteries installed.
Seen but not heard. 1950s, man. You are just a little too late for the type of woman you're looking for. And even the actual 1950s woman in action, you're looking back at it with rose-colored glasses. You needed to give them a Sean Connery smack to the face to get them to behave exactly how you wanted to.
She needs to be mute. Why are you talking about a real-life, living, breathing human like this? Like they're talking...
Sam Bibley coming up with another theory, mine, that it's a big thing to introduce her to the good music and really put myself on a pedestal for introducing her to that. Sam Bibley's train of thought process is that girls do not like good music, so obviously it was her ex-boyfriend who showed her that music. You're going to make me think of your ex-boyfriend all the time with this music I should have introduced you to.
Please! You're not even just a red flag or somebody with ridiculous icks. You are somebody that women need to stay away from.
These are 3 red flags in a female you must pay attention to. Let's get it. 1, if you ever meet a girl, bro, and she's super cool, like one of the homies, she don't complain about nothing, she's funny, she's down to earth, she's down to do whatever, and
she was born a man. Is that what you're getting after?
Bother.
I thought this was an ick video, Haylo. Hayley, what are these red flags? This is completely different.
This is a thotty in most cases, bro. I swear to God. I don't know why, bro, but the thoughts, they be the coolest girls on earth.
Do you know how you sound to most men saying this? Oh, hey man, what happened to that girl that you were seeing a couple weeks ago? I thought you guys really hit it off. Yeah, dude, I don't know. She was just a
No, I don't know.
Thought you guys really hit it off. Yeah, dude, I don't know. She was just a walk.
Yeah, that absolutely was not an R there, but that's just how my impression is going to go for Australian nars.
King red flag. She was really cool. Like, she was hilarious for some weird reason. Like, ugh. And she never complained about any.
I have no idea what I did with my water bottle. I'm just going to be parched for the rest of this episode.
The plans that I made with her. Like, ever. Because she was having fun with me regardless of what we did. Like, are you kidding? She was just too down to earth, bro. It was disgusting. You're a fuckwit, bro. Do we even like each other anymore? Like,
that was too long a setup for you're a fuckwit, bro. I do get what you were doing, but it is difficult to write boring dialogue and have it be entertaining, as we've seen with Grandpa Simpson. Your attempts just had me hearing white noise for at least the second or third time this episode.
Genuinely, do we like each other anymore? Then there was a guy who uploaded part 32 of his ex. You genuinely...
Gen Zers love that sound effect. I'm not a big fan of that boom sound effect.
Do not have a life. Where are you getting the time to do 32 lists? And in this video, he says, going to university is cringe, drinking beer
Well, he's scraping the bottom of the barrel. So here's what happened with this guy. The first time he did it, it was a hit, and now he's just stuck in a cycle of doing that over and over again, and he's ran out of things to actually be ick about, so he's just making things up, is what this fella's doing there,
Going
Hayley.
to university is cringe.
Girls, is it cringe to want to further your studies and get a degree for your dream career?
Drinking...
You know what that one was missing was a career should have been red, italic, capitalized.
Beer / cider is cringe, even though he himself was literally drinking a beer at the very beginning of the video, and it's cringe too.
I don't think this is a character. I think she is legit getting worked up over these people. If you were doing a character to him doing a character, because this guy isn't a real person, he's chasing after that big view that he got on Ick's video number 1 with this Ick video number 2. You are legit getting upset about this. I don't think that Haylo Hayley is a character.
Listen to rock music as he supplies a picture of Kurt Cobain. You're telling me you think it's cringe that a girl wants to listen to Jimi Hendrix? You think it's an ick when a girl wants to listen to the Rolling Stones? You think it's disgusting when a girl wants to listen to Oasis? How are you gonna sit there with a nasty ass attitude when somebody...
Those were just way too popular for me to make anything about. There is no jokes to be made about Oasis.
Playing David...
Other than the brother that they kicked out of the band. Noel and Liam Gallagher, they famously did not get along. But their other brother, Gallagher, who went on to do stand-up comedy for years at a time. I can see why they kicked that Gallagher out of the band. The Sledge-O-Matic just did not work as an instrument.
Bowie or Led Zeppelin. How can you not immediately fall in love with somebody who's blasting Bloodhound Gang in the car? Like, you actually genuinely have a very depressing existence.
Is she taking a shit on Bloodhound Gang? Because that's how I met a lady who I went out with for a few months, and we had a great time together. Is that she was singing Bloodhound Gang at karaoke, and I was singing Ugly Kid Joe. So two people singing ridiculous things at karaoke were like, we should be ridiculous together.
How can you not immediately fall in love with somebody who's blasting Bloodhound Gang in the car? Like, you actually genuinely have a very depressing existence. And lastly, here's this misogynistic prick who should be avoided by women at all costs because he still wishes we had no rights. His biggest ick is women having the ability to vote. Well, you're an asshole, but you didn't.
Oh, you missed the bit. It's a bit. These past several men that you're getting so angry about they're jokes.
Us all a favor by knowing who exactly we need to stay away from. So thanks for that, I guess. But I live in Melbourne, okay? So if I don't vote in...
This is a rage fish. Haylo Hayley, the rage fish. We have picked us up a rage fish. I don't know. I think I might want to throw her back. If she'll allow me on her program to be a counterbalance, I'm in. But I am getting the urge to throw this rage fish back in the sea.
In the election, I get fined $100. So unless you want to pay that, simply just so I don't have the power to vote, then go ahead and pay the fine when it comes in the mail. And if you don't want to do that, then I suggest you shut your dumb mouth. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video.
Oh, well, I do understand this subtitle at the end. I am exhausted after this video. Ha 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 ha. But I'd do it all for you guys every single time. You got so upset at the rage fish that you took the rage bait, you rage fish.
Mwah. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.
Let's try it. We've got one more pulled. Let's try it. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make it to the end of this one.
Halloween,
This one is only 12 minutes long, and it's half the length of the other one. I don't think I'm gonna make it to the end. Voting in general is ick, Sam Bibley points out. This man is just trying to keep you away from the ick. This is a newer video talking about the Halloween costumes that are ruined, 2 weeks old. I like the black hair more than the blonde hair. I like what you were doing in the first one. There are some people who are fans of blondes.
Be quite a bit.
I mean, wouldn't give blondes the ick out and out, but just dark hair I prefer.
Dismal this year, if I'm being honest. Because forget about dressing up as Deadpool or Wolverine, because one of the most viral costumes on the internet right now is Target's new line of Halloween costumes in which you can dress up as one of their shopping baskets. Because that's always been the dream, hasn't it? Paying a multi-billion-dollar corporation so I can...
Oh, they're back. These subtitles with red capitalized italics underlined are a regular feature of her videos. An in-person commercial that you don't get paid for. Sign me up.
Be a walking advertisement for them for free! Never once have I known a singular human being who has walked into a department store or a grocery store, spotting the baskets that are sat by the entrance, and having that light bulb moment where they go, that, Ruth, that is exactly what I want to go as when we go to the Halloween party this year. I've wanted to be a Target basket for as long as I can remember.
This might be the new generation. Let's not forget, Luigi Greenberg, that the angry video game nerd was very popular he's still popular amongst a lot of people, riding off that wave of initial original YouTube creators. So this could be the newest of rage content. The rage fish Haylo Hayley.
But what's even crazier to me is that along with dressing up as a Target basket and using a Target basket to collect your Halloween candy, you can get the whole family involved by dressing your kid up as Target's mascot and dress your pets up as Target trolleys and Target delivery workers. But if that still isn't enough and you've still...
Branding. If you can convince people to wear your brand as a costume while giving you money to that brand, sure. She does. You are not much of a capitalist. See you at the next Dirty Commie meeting, Haylo Hayley.
got that Target itch within you, you can also dress your other kid in their very own Target team member costume. You know, really bring that department store experience right to your doorstep. This brand worship is getting a little bit insane, y'all. And for the...
It's a Z. This lady is definitely a Gen Zer for sure, Bibley.
The outrageous price of $35, which is just $5 off of the...
Yeah, more Gen X. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me type of energy coming from her.
Original price of the actual product. You too can look like a Stanley Cup. Ka-chow. Oh, no, excuse me. A tumbly with little holes for your hands in the costume so you can walk around holding your Stanley Cup. How adorable, right? And this is going to be quite the epidemic this year because Target isn't the only place selling the Stanley Cup costume. You can also visit your...
Of course. It was the hottest Christmas present last year, so let's sell it to them on Halloween as well. I don't believe Haylo Hayley is a character too. You got me there. The James Rolfe was not portraying himself. He was really portraying motherfucker Mike in those angry video game nerd movies. The shitty movie. All those YouTube videos. She is getting worked up. She may be the replacement for T.S. Luna, who we have come to the conclusion is indeed doing a character. Haylo Hayley doesn't appear to be doing a character.
Local Spirit Halloween and pick up several different colors to match with the cup you already have at home. I've never once looked at a cup that I owned and have thought to myself, you know what, that'd make a banger costume. Like, we are now at a point where an insulated cup meant for camping is a Halloween costume. This is the bad place.
I'm missing your anger.
People. And do you want to know why I think this year's Halloween is going to be especially abysmal? Because somebody uploaded a tweet that got almost 10 million views by posting a picture from the inside of a Spirit Halloween where they now have a dedicated section to the Huakta meme. Oh my god. We are not in the bad place, okay? We are in hell. And within this absolute monstrosity of a section, you can purchase horribly ugly decal stickers that say Huakta and spit on that thing. Then they have an awful door.
Yeah, she got famous for being a silly drunk girl, but this is the world we live in.
Hanger that says, if she don't Huakta, then I don't talk to her. Which, in all honesty, genuinely...
Oh, look at the marketing team coming up with a rhyme to go with that.
Made me question if I even want to continue living on this planet anymore, if I'm being honest. They also provide buttons that you can put on your jacket that you wear in public. But what confuses me the absolute most is the fact that the Huakta costume is just a goddamn janitor's outfit with a cowboy hat. What is the
$50. That had to cost less than $5 for them to make. That is a hell of a profit that they are making. $50 fucking dollars?
Connection. What is the cowboy hat for? She wasn't wearing a hat in the original video. And what is the point of the janitor's outfit? Because she's not a janitor. She wasn't dressed as a janitor.
I am familiar with Talk Tua. Unfortunately, she doesn't do it solo. It is fun that the first week she had an A-lister, well, at least a B-lister in the world of entertainment. And then the second episode, she just had a bunch of her friends. Really hit a wall on booking guests there on Talk Tua. During those early episodes, too, she pointed Hayley. Oh, the other Hayley, Hawk Tua Hayley. Oh, Your name is sullied by Hawktua Hayley. Haylo, Hayley. I see an extra bit of anger there coming from you. But then in general, you're just an angry lass. But Hayley Hawktua had no idea these are to production. She's given her team a lot of leeway to make money off of her saying and her name. And they threw this janitor, this oil change jumpsuit together as a costume. Hayley didn't know, but Hayley is getting some of that sweet, sweet dough.
And this entire ordeal has nothing to do with cleaning. So I've genuinely never been more confused in my entire life. I'm trying to connect the dots, but
Yes, they also sell flags, beer can holders, lanyards, anything that they can put the Hawktua on, they are selling. That is what the machine is doing. Give us money. Yum, 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 yum.
I don't know what the correlation is to the probably 2 people on this planet who are buying this costume. You're aware that absolutely nobody is going to know.
Haylo Hayley could learn a thing or two from Grandpa Simpson. He may be Grandpa's dream woman, but the way that Grandpa goes on about nothing in a boring fashion is still entertaining, which I guess 404,000 people find the way that she goes on and on about nothing entertaining.
What you're supposed to be, right? Like, because you just look like a janitor from the Wild West. And instead of enjoying your night, you're just going to have to keep repeating yourself by explaining what your costume is over and over and over again to every single person you come across. But that's not what...
Yeah, it's a shitty costume, but someone's giving... I guarantee they are pulling a profit on this. If they only sell a very few, $50 for that cheap motherfucker, they're making a profit, even if they sell very few.
You are. So you repeatedly have to correct yourself with the worst answer imaginable by saying that you're dressed as the Hawktua meme. So, in my personal opinion, I just think everybody should steer clear of this and just dress up as Lydia Deetz or Beetlejuice instead, okay? But hey, the costumes are legitimately...
Holy shit. They're selling many more than I would have guessed, especially at that price. Well, money-making machine over there.
Selling out, so what do I know? Maybe I'm the dumbass here. Now, this next headline is very real, okay? So, clutch your Halloween candy for me. Chipotle rolls out real Halloween costumes inspired by their burritos, napkins, forks, and more. Spirit Halloween will sell $40 bodysuits inspired by Chipotle's fork, napkin.
That does seem to be the going rate now, isn't it? $50 for that jumpsuit, $40 for the Chipotle jumpsuit.
Napkin, burrito,
toilet paper. It's not as cheap as it used to be, so the mummy costume isn't as cost-effective as it once was either.
A cup and to-go bag. Yes! The corporate greed continues to spread across the nation like never seen before. You could dress as their oily, flimsy takeaway bags. You can dress as a burrito, but wrapped in foil.
Green man, but silver. Silver man. Get this one for Charlie Day.
When you could just get a much cooler looking actual burrito costume from literally any other regular old department store. So that's just lazy as hell, but okay. You can dress as their napkin, which bears...
Looks much more like Pepsi Man than a napkin.
Absolutely no difference from their...
Oh, wow. What a lazy board meeting this was of putting together the Chipotle costumes and just having different color spandex to be the different things. Gold spandex, napkin. Silver spandex, burrito.
A takeaway bag? It's like I'm showing you the same damn costume twice. And you could dress as a goddamn Chipotle fork.
Is this one legit? Is someone fucking with her? Is she taking a joke as something legitimate? Or did that fork seriously pass by that board meeting? Because the way they do these photoshops on shitty costumes, they do a bunch of them. This might be a shitty... I'm going to have to go to Spirit Halloween and see if the Chipotle section is indeed this lazy.
Chipotle!
I would giggle about it. I wouldn't yell about it like Halo Hayley is.
Fuck! Are you taking the piss? You're gonna sell an entirely blacked out bodysuit for $40 and market it as your own when you can get those black plastic forks at literally any takeaway location in existence? You're not a Chipotle fork. You just look like somebody's shadowy sleep paralysis figure that's in the corner of their room, dude.
I can believe the other ones are real. The fork one does seem like a joke to me, but it does fit with the motif of let's just dress someone up in spandex colors.
This is all.
I can believe that the board putting those together were creatively bereft enough to just do that, because doing anything more than a bodysuit, that would go outside the budget which they had placed for these Halloween costumes.
Such a scam! And lastly, you could dress up as their damn water cup. And for some reason, they display this person holding a lemon, but for $40, you can't even have the lemon either. Again, as I've mentioned, this Halloween is not about dressing up as your own personal heroes or your favorite villain from a TV show. It's the season of free marketing. Don't give Chipotle more of your hard-earned money when they're skimping on their damn food while charging the same amount of money, if not even more. But it just keeps getting worse because legitimately Crumble Cookie has also decided they want to jump on the bandwagon and have also started selling their own costume. The plainest sugar cookie imagine.
Okay, those are real things you can buy at the Spirit Halloween. I just looked those up, and $40 for what she's talking about over at Spirit Halloween. Adult fork costume. So legitimate things that are for sale. Just a very lazy creative team putting them together.
Not even a chocolate chip cookie that everybody could recognize. Why would anybody choose this as their costume? You're a colored circle, that's what you are. You are a circle. You only get
Looks more like a diaphragm costume.
one single day every year to have an excuse to dress up as your favorite character, and you want to dress as a Crumble cookie box? Lord, if you can hear me, please stop this ridiculousness. Going to a Halloween party this
Yeah, Lord, let's stop this ridiculousness. She has a problem with a kid as a mailbox?
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass.
Some people are fans of Cliff Clavin rather than Norm Peterson or Sam Malone.
That song, boy.
They want to be a mailbox.
Get your goddamn.
You see how they all want their piece of the pie now? Because what single child in the history of Halloween has ever had their mother come up and ask them, so sweetie, Halloween is right around the corner. Did you have any idea of what you wanted to be? And the kid would say, you know what, Mom? I want to be a mailbox. Not our stupid, lame, boring old mailbox at our house. No, I mean US.
Okay, I've had enough of you, Hayley. This... that's a shitty M&M's one.
That's weird.
Cliff was definitely good at Jeopardy. Who are 3 people who have never been in my kitchen?
Are you starting to get it now? This is like if I bought a painting online expecting to be sent the actual canvas of the painting, but the artist decided to sell me a picture of the painting on the canvas instead for me to frame and hang up on my wall. Why is the damn character on the costume?
That was an oversight at the board meeting. We are seeing just how much thought and effort these corporations put into their Spirit Halloween costumes. They just needed to put an M, and it's more money wasted by putting a picture of the Lady M&M.
Of the character that I'm trying to portray. Make that make sense, because it doesn't. Besides, instead of paying $30 for this costume, people have literally been
There's that fucking sound effect again.
doing this themselves.
Oh, and there's some subtitles, and this time they're actually an M&M, not just a picture of one.
4 years for next to nothing at their own homes, and it still looks 10,000 times better. So why would I buy that? Now, according to Wisconsin News, these are going to be the most popular costumes of 2024. Firstly, we have an Olympic themed costume based off of the Australian breakdancer Raygun, who
Ooh, it's your country lass.
literally came in last place by not scoring a single point within her performance. One of the most iconic moments from this year's Paris Olympics. Halloween.
Yeah, we got it.
The company that's producing and selling this costume couldn't even get a
That's not even a model. They just laid these clothes out there on the floor and then photoshopped a person into it.
human being to wear the costume. They had to Photoshop it onto someone. And lastly, I say
But I said it with a smile on my face. You said it while screaming.
the absolute worst costume for the finale of this video. The Skibbity toilet costume is now being sold in Spirit Halloween.
Okay, you're a Zier. What makes a toilet skibbity and what makes it just a toilet?
I still don't know what the hell a Skibbity toilet even is, and yet it's
Son of a bitch. Still not gonna find out. You're of the generation.
a popular costume for Gen Alpha this year. Because you know what's even crazier? This thing has a partner costume from the same video game, TV, movie, book. God, I don't even know what universe it's from or what form of media this is. But you could dress as Skibbity Toilet's friend, Speaker Man.
I don't think that Hayley would be good as the first mic as I keep going on here. The first mic would be able to mute and unmute her mic. It's very uncommon for the second mic to have that ability.
Just a person in a regular suit wearing a speaker for a head. Yes, very imaginative name. I know, I have to give credits to the people who made this costume. It's wonderful. What in God's name are these costume guys? Because this is a sentence.
Lazy corporate boards putting together something for the absolute lowest amount of money and overcharging the public for it.
I'm Speaker Man from the Skibbity Toilet verse. Spirit Halloween are not serious people. And for all my Twilight fans watching this video right now, don't even bother buying a similar outfit to one of your favorite characters, or plastic vampire fangs, or even a little bit of fake blood. No, how about you literally
No.
wear the skin of a Bella by purchasing these stretchy ski masks of Edward and Bella's faces instead from Spirit Halloween. At least if you steal somebody's
Okay, I love it. Those are absolutely ridiculous. You may not like those, but as someone who grew up with PS1 and Nintendo 64, that is exactly what it looked like. It's fantastic.
entire candy basket from their front door instead of taking just one like the sign says.
You've got me and all of my chat against you on those ski masks being shit. They are cheaply made, sure, but they are amazing. We want to wear the Nintendo 64 masks. I would prefer not of Twilight, but I would buy me some Nintendo 64 masks of someone that I actually enjoy.
It looked like Robert Pattinson was now the thief, right? So, yay, I guess. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the new festive background for the spooky season, but I am not finished. This is just the beta right now. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Mwah. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Probably not. Do not count me in on that one. This was, not really my style, which is why we could go together very well as a first and second mic, because we have two very differing styles. So that is a good thing when auditioning to be someone's second mic, is having an intensely different style, which we do. So the initial, what we were looking at was the icks of dating. And we are going to a familiar lady, Eve Iris, and she put a little OO there at the end. We saw her with her sexy lazy eye. There are different flirty techniques, and the sexy lazy eye is one that Eve Iris does. Coop Noop had a few things to say about her, and boy, that Coop Noop added fucking nothing. Then again, he isn't auditioning to be a second mic. He is convinced his viewers that just saying nothing is adding something. So, Eve Iris, you have some things to say about romance. What's up?
Kidnapping is wrong. Kidnapping is bad. What do you want? Okay, I have a dog bed with your name on it, right?
So, not a human kennel, but she does have that side of the room all made up for a human dog.
You get a pretty collar, cameras everywhere. There are multiple.
And there was the collar that she's going to keep me in. Okay, it's nothing fancy. That is the type of dog that I would be to you. It was not looking for anything fancy. I got a nice, comfortable bed.
Cameras everywhere. There are multiple cameras just watching you day in and day out. We can game together. Unlimited food, sushi, chips, anything you want. We'll DoorDash it. You just can't leave the house. Is that so wrong?
I do agree with Spurg Snake. You throw a bong in here, and you've got me pretty much sold on this experience.
Is that so? Is that weird? Is that crazy? Is that obsessive that I just don't want you to leave the house? Everyone is making me the villain.
I do like outside. All dogs like to go outside. That's actually my I apologized earlier for going outside on a nice day. So, do you have a nice roof garden that I would be allowed to go out on?
I'm just an introvert, and the idea of other people being able to look at you, that's a privilege that only I get, okay? You're stuck here, but it's enjoyable. It's a nice time, okay?
Okay, I think this actually does go together with those Twilight masks. No one is allowed to see me. Can I put on my Robert Pattinson mask and then no one sees my face except for you? Taking this obsession to levels I wasn't quite prepared for.
Cuddles on the house. Yeah, don't even.
And she does have a thick lower end, so she has got some warmness to cuddle with us.
Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about anything. Bills paid. Money, don't worry about it. The only thing you need to worry about is how to tell your friends and family that you can't see them again. So that's why
I've done that twice.
I think I'm kind of into losers, because then they don't have any of those things to worry about. It's not that bad. It's not crazy.
You're not getting me hung up on the friends. What about my online friends? I've come to have about a dozen people that we hang out with each day. Can they virtually see me? Seeing me in person is a no-no. We've got that down.
Hopefully.
So there are a bit. We need to negotiate on those house rules for never going outside, such as to pee. We're gonna pee in your shoe if we can't pee outside. So on to the final segment of the show, the Clown Lady Moon Babe Furniture. We have out here in the parking lot with the subtitle, "It's all fun and games until you have to grab food post photo shoot."
Everybody wants to date the weird cosplay girl until it's time to go out in public in closey makeup. Then it's not so fun anymore, is it?
It is fun. I am down for the clowning around in real life after a photo shoot. Actually, that was part of one of the photo shoots. They did a guerrilla photo shoot while it was all clowned up. So I had to wander around in Venice in full clown regalia. It definitely flipped out a few people. Here is another video by Moon Bake Furniture. What was her name? Moon Babe Furniture. I believe she's the one on the left. I believe she is the large-breasted of the two. and she has a clown buddy here. There is some DMCA copyright music here, so I couldn't play it, but 2 clown ladies together at once. 2 for the price of, well, I didn't pay any price. So that was our show for today. We had a host who is really worked up. The Rage Fish, Haylo Hayley, is taking that rage bait and doing exactly what the rage bait meant for her to do. Rage. Tomorrow we will be back with 2K, chatting with 2K. Then the following day we will be back with Spurg Snake talking about Tales from the Crypt Season 1. So no TikTok this week. I believe it'll be back next week. Having one show to postpone, the one with the most pre-production, makes sense, so I can get a little bit of a catalog up again. I did have a few in the back pocket. Now I don't have any more. So going to the Tales from the Crypt, definitely looking forward to. First season ranked, just 6 episodes, so not too hard. I'm guessing we'll probably have the exact same list for the 6 episodes of season 1 of Tales from the Crypt, and then next week, Spurg Snake will be joining me again for another episode of the St. Cloud Moron Show. That might transform into the Gino Goofing On Show. I had a lot of fun goofing on Gino, but it's still the thing to do. A lot of people really love goofing on Steel Toe, so we're going to keep that up for a bit. James Rolfe will be in the rotation coming up in 3 weeks, a month, something like that, as we review a movie-making nerd. You can become a rope shooter. I have been going outside because it's nice and missed my bonus episode last week, but it will be coming up. My apologies for not getting that out when I said I would. If you folks would give this a like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Those things help the algorithm, help me get noticed, help me stay monetized. What the fuck else was I going to say? Oh, yes, commenting after the video is over helps with the algorithm as well, and I still haven't changed that little scroll to where I'm still making fun of going through a second and third episode. I think Gino might be on deck next week, Sam Bibley. Co-host audition. Gino doesn't have it all the time, a solo show, but I do think that Gino will most likely be next week's co-host audition, because I'm getting the itch. That'll be a pilot episode. See how that goes. The Gino co-host audition episode to see if we have a Gino spinoff show. Really loved getting him in on the last St. Cloud Moron show. 2K often dresses as the mailbox to get stuffed. 2K is an intelligent pervert. Just getting one fist up him isn't enough. He dresses up as a mailbox to get many fists. The mailman's fist specifically. Yeah, someone put together a Gino compilation. It's over in my Discord. TAS something. I forget what his full name was, but that's over there in my Discord. Be back tomorrow with a puppet, and then be back the next day with Spurg Snake to talk about Tales from the Crypt, as mentioned. I've already plugged those. Now I'm talking in circles as I sign off multiple times. Oh boy, Haylo Hayley. I think you might be too annoying for me to invite you back on this show, but I'll come on your show. I'll come on multiple things of yours if you would have me. I think you need a counterbalance. Counterbalance would be nice for Haylo Hayley. Whoops. I was supposed to only hover over that instead of hit the outro at that point. TAS, the resident artist, was the man who put together a Gino Bisconte compilation. Yeah, I think we can lock that in. I have the itch to do a full Gino episode. I think that's co-host audition next week. Thank you all for joining today. Now feel free to go away.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for going on this adventure with me. It's fun being with friends. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bye for now.
Toodaloo. Au revoir. Auf Wiedersehen. Ciao. Ding dao day.
Places all. All join hands, circle left. Now circle right and listen to me. LSMFT. Elementary corners like swinging on a gate. To right to your honey with the right left date. Grand right and left around you go. Lucky strike means fine tobacco. Meet your honey and give her a whirl. All swing around with the little girls. Smoke 'em, then you'll see. LSMFT. Promenade and don't you fall. Promenade around the hall. Lucky strike is first again with tobacco men. Promenade straight down the pike. It's time right now for a lucky strike. Yes, for smoking that you're bound to like, you just can't beat a lucky strike.